You have an extra $100. Where should it go? Should you invest it, pay down debt, build an emergency fund, save for a home? Most money advice skips the hard part and tells you to do all of it at once. But when money is limited, the order matters. Put each dollar in the wrong place too early, and a small emergency can undo months of progress. So here is a simple money priority ladder. Think of it as a decision map, not a rigid rulebook. Your country, income stability, debt costs, family responsibilities, and employer benefits can change the details. But the sequence can help you decide what your next dollar should do. Step 1. Protect the floor. Before investing or optimizing anything, make sure your essentials are covered. That means the bills that keep your life functioning. Housing, food, utilities, transport, medicine, and the minimum payments you legally owe. This is not glamorous, but wealth building does not work when the floor beneath you is unstable. If you are behind on essential bills, the next dollar usually belongs there first. Step 2. Stop high-cost debt from compounding. High-interest credit cards and similar consumer debt can grow in the background every month. Paying them down is often one of the most reliable returns available because it removes a guaranteed cost. This does not mean you need to empty every dollar of savings and leave yourself exposed. It means expensive debt deserves urgent attention before you start taking bigger investment risks. Step 3. Build a starter cash buffer. Life does not wait until your finances are perfectly organized. A car repair, a broken phone, a medical bill, or a week without work can happen before you have built a full emergency fund. Your starter buffer is the first small wall between an unexpected expense and expensive debt. The number will depend on your expenses and where you live, but the goal is simple. Create enough cash that a minor emergency does not become a borrowing emergency. Step 4. Take any employer contribution that is genuinely available to you. In some countries, employers match retirement contributions or provide a savings benefit when you contribute yourself. If you have access to one, understand the conditions before ignoring it. A match can be a valuable part of your compensation. If you do not have this option, skip the step. The ladder still works. This is about using benefits you actually have, not forcing a United States retirement system onto a global audience. Step 5. Build your full emergency fund. The starter buffer handles a surprise. The full fund handles a disruption. A common rule of thumb is several months of core expenses, but there is no universal right number. Someone with a stable salary, strong insurance, and few dependents may need less than a freelancer supporting a family with unpredictable income. Keep this money safe and accessible. It is not supposed to win a return contest. Its job is to buy time and prevent bad decisions. Step 6. Invest consistently for long-term goals. Once the floor is protected and high-cost debt is under control, investing can finally do the job it was designed for, turning time into growth. The most important part is not finding the perfect investment this week. It is contributing regularly to a diversified, long-term plan that matches your risk tolerance, timeline, and the investment options available where you live. Small automatic contributions can matter more than occasional bursts of motivation. Step 7. Make the trade-off between lower-cost debt and investing deliberately. This is where the ladder stops giving one universal answer. A low-rate mortgage, a student loan, or another manageable debt may not deserve the same urgency as high-cost credit card debt. You might choose to pay it down faster for peace of mind. You might invest more because your timeline is long and your cash flow is strong. The important thing is that you are making an informed trade-off, not ignoring the decision. Step 8. Fund the goals that make your plan sustainable. A home deposit, education, a business idea, family support, a planned career break, or a move to another country can all be legitimate priorities. A good financial plan is not one that puts every spare dollar into investments and leaves no room for the life you actually want. Give each near-term goal its own place, separate from emergency cash and long-term investments, so one goal does not accidentally destroy another. Here is the ladder in one line. Cover essentials, attack high-cost debt, build a starter buffer, capture any genuine employer benefit, build the full emergency fund, invest for the long run. Then choose deliberately between lower-cost debt and your other life goals. Notice what this ladder does not say. It does not say you are behind if you are still on step 2. It does not say investing is useless until every debt is gone. And it does not say everybody needs the same amount of cash. It gives your money a job based on what would make your next financial setback less damaging. The next time you have an extra $100, do not ask, what is the smartest thing rich people do? Ask, which step would make my financial floor stronger right now? That answer is usually more useful. This video is for educational purposes only, not personalized financial advice. Debt costs, tax rules, retirement benefits, and investment options vary by country and situation. Consider a qualified local professional for decisions that affect your own finances. Which step of the ladder are you on right now? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.
Yeah.